everyone, this is Brandy and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time finding my channel. Today I am going to be talking about my TBR for the 2018 Winter Biannual Bibliothon. At first I wasn't really sure if I wanted to participate in this readathon because I had quite a few books still left on my January TBR that I wanted to get to, and I didn't think that I would be able to fit them into this readathon. But after looking over the challenges again, I did find a way to fit in at least two of the books that were on my TBR for the month, and then I just pulled in some others that I will try to focus on for the week, and if I don't finish them that week of the readathon, then I will possibly put them down for other books that I still have left on my TBR. I have to judge that, based on seeing how much I get read during the week. But this readathon takes place from January 20th to January 26th. So it is a 7-day readathon, and there are 7 challenges for this readathon. So I will go through, talk about each challenge and what books I plan on reading for, each challenge. But before I get into that, I did want to mention a book that I'm currently reading that I will still most likely be reading by the time the readathon starts, and that is Everless by Sarah Holland. This is another book that's on my January TBR. I started this at the beginning of this week, once this video will be up, and I am currently on page 52 at the time of filming this, and it is Thursday morning when I'm filming this. So I don't think I'll be finished with this book by Saturday, but I think I will probably be in the last 25 to 30% of the book. So I would like to finish this up, probably most likely at the very beginning of the readathon, and then move on to some of the other books that I have on my official TBR for this readathon. But this will most likely be the first read, like I said, that I finish during this time span. Moving on to the challenges, the first challenge is to read the group book. So every round of this readathon, all the hosts come together, they decide on a book, and this book is meant for everyone to read together to kind of have something to connect over. And at the end of the readathon, there will be a live discussion on the book, and you can go and participate in that if you are interested. The book for this round is Otherworld by Jason Segel and Kirsten Miller, and this is a book that I'm interested in reading. However, I will not be reading this book for this round of the readathon just because I don't already own it, and I don't want to have to go out and buy a copy just for this readathon. The second challenge is to read a sequel, and for this one I decided to go with Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. This is the second book / finale in the Monsters of Verity duology. Also, with this readathon, you are allowed to double up on challenges for a book. So I will be skipping challenge 3 to talk about it with a later challenge. Challenge 4 is to read a book about mental illness. And for this one, I decided to go with, if I have this the right way, A Girl on the Shore by Anio Asano. I believe that's how you say the author's name. This is a manga, and I don't really know too much about this one. I got a recommendation to pick this one up on my manga recommendations that I posted sometime last year, and I remember looking it up, and I feel like I might have read something about this dealing with depression. I'm not completely sure about that, but I will definitely see once I read it. Challenge 5 is to read a book that was mentioned basically in another form of media. So a book that was mentioned in another book, in a movie, or in a TV show. I decided to take the easy route with this one and looked at the Rory Gilmore reading challenge. It's a list of all the books that Rory Gilmore either mentioned or was reading throughout the entire show. So yeah, I looked at the list and basically found a book that was on my TBR that fit for that one, and for that I decided to go with Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. This is another book that's not necessarily the best choice for a readathon because this is freaking huge. This is over 700 pages. So moving on, I am now going to move back to the challenge that I skipped over, which is challenge 3, to read a book you've never heard of before, and also challenge 6, which is to read a book under 200 pages. That is Red Riding Hood and the Big Sad Wolf volume 1 by Hajuju Arata. I'm not really sure that's how you say that. If you've seen my last book haul, I ordered some books from Book Outlet. I picked this one up. I had never heard of it, never seen it before. And the last challenge, which is challenge 7, is to read a backlist title. And this is meant to read a book before 2017. And for this one, I decided to go with These Vicious Masks by Taryn Shankner and Kelly Zekas. This is another book that was off of my January TBR. So these are all the books that I am currently planning on reading / finishing throughout the week during the readathon. If you guys are participating in this readathon, let me know down in the comments what you're planning on reading, or if you have a TBR video up, leave that linked in the comments as well so I can go check it out and comment on that. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week in a new video. Bye.